It will be 4,400 kilometers with snowmobiles in the world's most extreme conditions. We will go to the South Pole and back. Well, that wasn't quite the case.
You are made of stronger stuff.
We were preparing for the flight in Cape Town, South Africa, and on the day of the flight, we were really anxious to finally go to Antarctica. The flight from Cape Town to Antarctica, Novolasarevskaya, takes about 5.5 hours. And you cannot communicate all day because it's a freight aircraft, so it's so loud, all the engines. So you have these headphones on you. So then you just sit there for 5.5 hours. And I think most of us fell asleep because we had been working for, well, half a year. So. I had never packed this much in my whole life during this project. We packed in Finland for many months. Then we went to Cape Town, and there we packed and packed and packed and packed for a few days. And then we had to get all our gear, 3,650 something kilos, on board the aircraft.
So, they have some cannons this year. And think about that, we can fill them all today and carry them for the next 20 days.
Logistic-wise, the trip was, well, how should I put it, really, really complicated. We had about 4 snowmobiles, over 170 canisters, all the other gear like tents and sleeping bags and equipment. We had a major challenge when we landed in Nova, and when we got all the gear out, we found out that we are missing 4 carrier sledges. But then finally, with some help from the guys in Novolasarevskaya, we managed to borrow a big cargo sledge. Yeah, you can imagine after 2 years of planning and just thinking what it feels like when you start and pressing the handlebars and just go. It's amazing.
The thing is loose.
We were really confident at the start, but soon had to realize that it would not be a walk in the park. The temperatures, they varied a lot. It was really warm at the beginning and really cold, freezing cold in the end. Pulling the cargo sledges and the heavy loads took us more time than we had thought. It was supposed to be quite easy in the beginning, and then going through this mountainous area along the track and so on, it went pretty much the other way. Our train-like sets of snowmobiles and the sledges were super heavy. We got stuck so many times, and we had to fix and mix all the time. Right from the beginning, we saw that our straps, we had taken these quite wide, nice straps, we strap things on, but they were so heavy, all our gasoline and gear and the sastrigis, when it bounced like this, the straps itself, they just broke. So we found out that all the corners had to be then filed down. So we had a break after half a day, just starting filing all our these carrier sledges down for the straps to hold. But anyhow, it's always problems when you go on an expedition like this size expedition. You have to fix and mix it all the time. So when we found this one out, we had to change everything. But that takes time. And then you are always a bit lacking behind in your timetable. And then we found that, okay, we are putting as much time on strapping as we are putting time on driving. The conditions were getting more extreme. Using the half our energy just to fix the things and trying to find the right balance was quite tough. Actually mentally tough. And these surprises just kept on coming. Like I said before, we had to struggle quite a lot with the enormous weight on our cargo sledges. It took us a week to go approximately to about 300-400 kilometers. And we found out it was actually our carrier sledges that had been just a little bit broken. But then during one night, the wind change usually blows from one direction on Antarctica. It changed 90 degrees, which meant that these waves in the snow, they were coming against us. We had to drive over them, which meant, again, that we had these carrier sledges going like this all the time for many, many hours a day. And big piece of metal start to break in that cold conditions. It was on the 7th day on our expedition when it happened, and one of the skis under our biggest cargo sledge completely just broke off. And at that point we also had 4 other sledges in pieces, so we had to make a hard decision. And so what do? Well, we cannot continue anymore. We would not reach the South Pole, and that was clear at that moment. It was a huge disappointment for all of us, and we felt really, really empty. But respecting the conditions is the key. This was not the only goal we had on this trip. We had 2 other goals. One was to climb first ascent and then come back home alive. We had 4 great snowmobiles and time left, so why not make the best out of it? Carefully, we rode back towards the mountain area with only one thing in mind. We still have our second mission, a mission to make a first ascent. To be able to name a mountain because you're the first on top of it, it feels amazing. When we left Finland, we had something special in mind, and that was to conquer a mountain, make a first ascent, and if you do that one, you can then give a name to that mountain. And Finland is then this year turning 100 years. So we thought that this is a good thing, a gift for our home country, to name it Mount Suomi. And Suomi is in Finland. We set camp, prepared the gear, and just went for it. Perfect, because we had sunshine, we didn't have so much wind up there, so you can see really far away. once you get there, you get hungry for more. We still had time, and we came down, the sun was shining, we had 3 weeks left. So, of course, you know, you start looking around at, could we climb another mountain? And name it the Mount Lynx.
We're now in our last part of our expedition on Antarctica. And to honor Lynx, our main sponsor, we will name this mountain Mount Lynx.
After the many struggles and the major disappointment of not reaching the South Pole, we had accomplished something remarkable as a team. To beat extreme conditions also means that you respect them and make the best out of every chance you're given.